The Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs, formerly known as Ghana's Youth Entrepreneurs, is a national association of young business owners from all private enterprise sectors. It is a non-profit organization founded in 2015 with a mission to unite, engage, and promote businesses and innovation of young entrepreneurs in Ghana. The Chamber has over 18,000 members and it is registered with the Registrar Generals Department as a non-governmental organization and also the National Youth Authority. It is also a member of the Private Enterprise Federation and Commonwealth Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs Africa. In the last Saturday of every month, the Chamber organizes an event dubbed Entrepreneurs Konnect, where young entrepreneurs are invited to share their journey with other entrepreneurs. This time around, the spotlight was on a lady who is making waves in a male-dominated sector, and she is in the person of Edna Frimpong, popularly known as the shoemaker girl.
I make shoes. I know people are asking, why shoemaking? Yes, so first of all, I was born into a family of shoes. My papa is Pabwa for over 20 good years. He's been in the industry for that long. And I had a chance to stay with my dad. Pacho, let me mix the language. And my dad did the shoemaking for 20 years and he's still in the business, right? I stayed with him, I was working with him, and I wasn't seeing any result. Oh, sometimes our parents are working, but you don't see the result. But we have other shoemakers I've seen around. I mean, we have Horseman Shoes and others. They're doing so well, they have result. And I was like, no, what's the reason? By the grace of God, Ordinary School. Yeah, I'm a first class graduate in public relations, LGIJ. And so, I was like, okay, before after secondary school, I remember when I used to go to secondary school, I don't think senior high school, I'll buy glue, then I'll buy hammer, because I know, say, Sikenifi, where I was coming from was that tough. So anytime I go during break time and I'll move to class table by table, please, if you have sandals, please do let me know. I'll work on it for you so that you give me some coins for TNT back home. And they will agree. So on weekends, once people have gone for libraries or SU and all that, and I'll stay at the corner and I'll make sure I repair these shoes for these people, and they'll come for it and I'll get some coins for TNT back home. That was how I was surviving. So before I left senior high school, I knew how the journey would be. I knew where I will go or where I was going. So I was like, okay, so after here, I'm not going to enter the university straight away. Because you know where you're coming from. So I was like, okay, let me work Monday to Friday. When I get money, then I'll start schooling. Next school, I'll go on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. That was the deal. And it helped me. So I had a plan, I knew where I was going. So if you are here, you don't know where you are going, that's your dream. You should know where you are going, where you are coming from, and where you are going. So that was the first step. Okay, after I'm going to work, and then I'll continue. And after really, I was lucky, fortunate, I was under scholarship from junior high school to senior high school. But unfortunately, I didn't get out to university. So the company, they said, okay, we'll help you. We'll come and work with us, then you get money for school. That was an NGO. They're doing so well, but now they're no more working. And so I had a chance to work with them. And COVID came, and yes, it wasn't working again. So after COVID, I had to do my job. It's okay. But one day I was sitting down and I was like, why don't I go back to this my making business? I have the skill, I learned it from my dad. And he was still working. Still no result to show off. And I'm so okay, me take the opportunity. And so I went into it. I said, Dad, Maba, you don't share me for 1 year. My name is serious, mission. And he did. He gave me that skill. And so, but I had something in mind. My dad never learned the skill. Well, it's here, Jumanu baby. It was a gift. And I was like, and I'm this first child, first daughter. And I'm like, no, I won't let this skill pass through the family like that. If God gave this family this gift, it means there's something, or they're mine. So I have to carry that legacy, you know. So I go to school, no, yeah, GCYE, Monday to Friday. Then weekends, I'll go to the shop. On campus, see how I was selling myself. On campus, a lecturer will come to class. Hey, now, what do you do? So everybody have to mention what they do, like what we were doing here, and everybody will say what they are doing. And I said, oh, I'm Edna, I'm a shoemaker girl. Some will every day be you want to sell yourself. And the lecturer, okay, oh wow, nice. And then one day, a lecturer came to class. Okay, you're going to do a project. Everybody must be on social media. If you are there already, still create the app. And we all did that. You know, students, when you give us projects, you better talk on area and forget it. So I was like, let me keep this page. And the lecturer made mention of a platform. He was so particular about that platform. I was in front that day. When I went home, I went and searched that platform. And I said, okay, let me stay here. Let me try it and see. Because I was getting the market look, because my dad had a shop. It wasn't that big shop. I said, if you need a shop on a vibe. So okay, let me start. So I jumped on, the platform was called LinkedIn. It's a social media app. Yeah. Apparently, you know, LinkedIn is not that like Instagram or Facebook where everybody's selling. It's a professional kind of platform. Maybe doctors, tech people. So you don't see people selling there, or people who are into shoemaking and all that. So well, I went to school to do PR. I need to make sure I leverage on what I learned in school. That is it. And so I'll show up here. I remember then I wasn't having a good phone, a good camera. I was using Samsung at the time. And then during our weekends, I'll call this my colleague. He has an iPhone. Oh, Dave, please can I come for your iPhone? We've made some shoes at a shop here. I want to go and take pictures. So that I'll post it on social media, my Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And I said, oh, why not? So I'll go to his house, and he was close to our shop. And I'll go and take this phone. I'll come to the shop, we'll take pictures of all the shoes that we've done, and I'll take some with myself, and I'll just look for a good story and pack it with it, and I'll post it. So when I post on LinkedIn, you will say fire. People were, shoemaker girl, shoemaker here. I was like, I won't stop, let me keep showing up. And until I showed up. And today I want to talk about something really important. But the summary of me showing up on LinkedIn helped me. It was a defining moment. Now we have a shop, a physical shop factory, and we have a showroom, all because of LinkedIn. Secondly, we're able to sell across the world. Every day, every week we are shipping. And that's by the grace of God. Now I'm not here to tell about my story. I don't want to talk more about my story. But last week I went to speak somewhere, and whilst I was making my research, something came to mind and I want to share with all of us. So we are in 2024 and we are all entrepreneurs. What is trending? What's happening this year that we need to all leverage on? Because next year will come, other things also come up. So you should know what the year comes with. And then as an entrepreneur, you either adapt or see what you can do. So one thing I did, or one thing that is trending, not trending, one big change happening now is digital transformation. If you are here and you don't have a social presence, it's serious. You need to have a social media presence. It's our world, you can't take it out of the equation. I was fortunate, I had one and I leveraged on it. Yes, you can have physical people coming in, but nowadays, how do you get the outside people? So please, leverage on this digital transformation era. It's really important. Last month, my company had to do ad. And the ad that we did gave us one of the biggest sales. Like how we did it up to now, we still can't fathom it. But that was our biggest sales ever. You need to know how to leverage these digital pieces, the social media, the Facebook, Instagram, the Google ads and all that. Try and learn it. It's there for us, it's free. Instead of me commenting on these celebrities, they would get money from us. What are you doing with your time and with your phone? And with your mom's business, you can. I was telling somebody, she's a graduate and she's not working. The father has a car washing at Koforidua. And I asked her, he said she's unemployed. I said, hey, if I was you, your father business, I'm branded car washing girl. That's it. Now I'm creating social media. Now my billboard, you have two social media. So and you create that brand for yourself. Now, from digital transformation era, one thing that sells lately is storytelling. If you are here, now don't mean want to mean sell one is a big problem. You should know how to tell your story. If people will buy my shoes, not because of me calling me a shoe, it's because of the story. And everywhere I go, the same story is what I tell people. The same story. And so if you have a story, keep to that story and keep sharing it. Somebody who needs to just hear that your story and be motivated. So please, if you're on social media or anything like this, we don't just post and say in the tone box it's 350 cities. No, nobody will mind you because Obia sorry. But the story that you added to that picture. And so I will post that picture, but the story behind that picture will make people get drawn to what I have. So if you have a story, everybody has a story, a story, but how you tell the story is that important. So please, I'm not the only person who was raised by a single father. No. Whose father is doing shoemaker, who is into shoemaking, but how I'm able to tell my story will make you buy into what I do. So please, either entrepreneur, especially the young ones, I'm always into them because they normally use the social media a lot. And so if you are jumping on these networks, please do make sure that you leverage your storytelling and then take advantage of what this digital transformation era is bringing along. Please do take advantage. And then one key thing I want to talk about is sustainability. Now, even when companies or people want to fund your product or your project, they will check if that what you are selling is sustainable. It's key. People, if you're looking for funding, one key thing, they won't check about the profits or whatever, they will check about how sustainable that your product is. Somebody is farming, the person will just change everything to different. That's sustainability. It's very key. That's the new era. So please make sure you capitalize on that really, really well. Those who into, even if you are not into that and you think you can still venture into that, please make sure you take note of that. When you're going to look for funding, it will not be that difficult. If they see that yes, what you're having is sustainable, it will never be difficult for you. So please make sure you do take advantage of that. Make sure your product or what you're having is sustainable enough to help anyone. And then there's something I want to talk about. It's a concept that people don't take note of. It's called entrepreneurship. Not entrepreneurship, right? You see, sometimes we have this mentality, but you see, you can be working for someone and how you even do the thing. Often they say, wow, God also make way for you. And so those of us here, you are still working, but maybe you are in a corporate, you're still in the corporate world. If you have something that you think you can contribute to the company, help them, please do. If you go to Apple and all these big tech giants, the young guys there, they create the apps for them. They've empowered them to be innovative, use what they have, and they're doing crazy, amazing things for them. So please, you need to have that entrepreneurship mindset. If wherever you find yourself, think like you are an entrepreneur. You can do something for yourself. And then, as an entrepreneur, I know we are all here solving problems. And your problem also, Bianca, you don't have that business idea. And so please, whatever, if you think you can solve a problem and you have a solution to that problem, please make it out. Make it out. One thing is that we also we don't take branding seriously. People don't buy your product, they buy names. People don't buy the product, they are buying the person behind the brand. So please, put effort or put much effort into your branding or the packaging of either the product or you yourself. Now, there's one thing I want us to do very well, especially the young ones. There's something called personal branding. You have the product, fine, but you yourself, how have you positioned or brand yourself? My company name is there, Ahofade, but I have the shoemaker girl. So even if one day I'm not working again, my brand, the shoemaker girl, keeps feeding me. That's it. So please take note of that. That should be different from your company. Sometimes I get sales, I get contracts for my company, not because of my company, what the people in, it's because of me. That is it. So please, if you are here, you're still a student, please, personal branding will get you the gigs, will get you the opportunities. And finally, we talk about networking. Networking is only about the physical meeting here. That's fine. But if you're not getting to have a chance to come here, that's why we have these social media networks. giving us the chance to leverage and network with people. Let me tell you a story. Now I was to write my book, my first book. I was shy and I was afraid to launch the book because I don't have anybody to come. So why should I have to launch my book? So I talked to some people and like, you need to launch this book. Why? Do you fear? Mainstream, launch it. Like, hey, how? But say you have the following, at least work account on LinkedIn. So leverage on that. It's okay, I will try. And so I said, okay, God, I want to launch the book physical. So you need to bring the provisions that will make all these things work. And God came through. Let me tell you the secret. On the book day, 18th May, this year, 18th May, at Yota Scale Hub, I launched the book. 99% of the people that came there don't know them from anywhere. They're the first time I met them. I think some of them are here, those who came there. 99 people. The only people that I knew them were there was my father and my cousin. That's the only family members I know. All the other people came there because of LinkedIn. And I think that story has empowered people that, you can still do something and get people. It's a better program, not social media people will come and boom. It's not easy. But they came. Yeah. When I was looking for the chairman for the book, I had no one. And I went for a program at British Council. And the man was the chairman of the program. So after they launched, he bought my shoe. And later I went to LinkedIn and I went and messaged the man. And I thank you. He gave me his number. So I kept it. And one time he posts, I'll say, oh, hi. And then when I need a chairman, I went to him and I said, why not? I would do that. I had a chairman, when I was looking for people to forward my book, every book has forward. I did mentors, and there's this woman I admire. She's the CEO of Ghana International School, Dr. Ishe. How would I get this woman? So I went to LinkedIn, I'll WhatsApp her, I'll DM her, and I'll send a very good message, very nice one. And this woman will not reply that. So one day, I think she replied me. I was like, come to the office. So one day, I live at Temau, straight to Cantonment, Uber, because I know what I was looking for. And I went there. I met the woman. Oh, are you the lady? You're so big on that platform, you look so small. I said, yeah, I'm small. And this was okay, that's fine. What do you want? I said, oh, I don't want anything. I just want you to help me. And you know what? They wanted something. Not knowing, she wanted to be a shoemaker. She loves shoes. And it's not catching up myself, so you shoe. But I said, no, never. Big son of big families. And so she ended up being, she's a academia. But then anytime she sees somebody doing shoes or into shoemaking, she loves it. And so this is something that connects us. Later I went with her, I need a forward for my book. I said, why not? I was thinking, sir, because you need me, so you will not put that her credibility on me, but she did it. I have a mentor, she's in Germany, he's in Germany. I've never met him before. I met him through LinkedIn. He's into shoemaking. He designs shoes and was one of the biggest shoemaking companies in Germany. I just met him on LinkedIn. How did I do that? I just sat down one day, so let me look for people in my industry on this platform. Let me look for people who are my target audience here. And I had to do hashtag, maybe shoemaking, hashtag shoemaker girl. And I see all those people who are selling shoes or into the industry, and those who are commenting, those are my target audience. And one of them became the destiny helper I was looking for all my life. So you see all these stories, everything I said, I had no help from any family member. Up to now, all my life I've been held by total strangers. Total strangers. And so there's a scripture in the Bible that says, strangers will feed your flock. That is me. That is my life. Strangers will keep feeding my flock. When I launched the book, I used to teach my colleagues. I had a whole class, like I would sacrifice, and by the grace of God, I'm very academically intelligent by the grace of God, and I'll help them. I don't think none of them have my book, the people that I helped. So let me give you this advice. Do not ever expect to reap and where you are sowing. You'll be disappointed. But where you are sowing, don't expect to reap from there. You will be disappointed. Just sow. God himself knows where he will bring the harvest from. Please take note of that. And yes, I did this. And sometimes we don't like taking the risk. Like I told you, I took the risk of item to come to me just to see one person. And anytime I want something right now, and I email that woman, I make sure when she's in Ghana, I will get it. So please, leverage on the networks you have here. I think I'm very happy I came here. Do you know why? So when I saw the book of quitters, the betting guy, I was there last 2 weeks, and my boss sent me a video on Instagram that I should watch this guy. And I was like, why do you send it to me? He said, I want you to help him. I said, hey, how can I help? And he said, I want you to help me. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And so I remember I called him and I said, I will need one of your books. Maybe I'm not into betting, I might not read it, but I want to host you on my platform. I'm not that big, but at least the audience I have on LinkedIn, when I host you on, maybe you can get visibility for you. And then again, the issue is very, very German issue. We can get 1 or 2 people among you and we'll discuss about that issue to help. I mean, you will not just only sell, you also help the community or the young ones. And he said, okay. I know he remembered that someone called him. Yes. So when I saw him, he was like, God has brought the person here easily for me. So please and please and please, especially I'm here for the youth more because they are my era. I mean, my aunties and my grandmas and my daddies here, they've already in the game, so they know what I'm talking about. But me and you, my sisters and my cousins and my friends, please leverage on this digital transformation era very well. If you are not on any of the social media platforms, be not intentional about that. Be very intentional. Show yourself. If you're not showing yourself, show your product. I know somebody is ugly, the person is getting money from it. Somebody has a very nice finger, and the person is getting money from it. You can get money from whatever you are having. We have a lot of money in the creator economy, but Ghanaians, we are not doing that much to tap into that. Please, if it's Instagram, please do it well. Package your product well. And so, if you're on LinkedIn, please show up more. It can be very difficult. But let me tell you a secret. Anytime I want to post, I'll tell God, God, give me visibility. It is only God that can help us. And so there's a grace called visibility, or the grace called the hear him anointing. It was on David. What he talked, everybody listens to him. That's a grace. And so I said, God, anybody who sees my post or my picture or my product, compel them when they are meant for that. Or the people that deserve to bless your product, they go draw them. Let me tell you, in the Bible, was it David? Let me go to the Bible for David. Joseph was in prison. He helped 2 people. He never got hurt. But when he came out, he helped King Pharaoh or whatever. His life totally changed at that moment. It tells you that you can be in a place where you can never be valued. You will be a soul. That's life. It means you're not meant to be in that area. So you need to tell God to bring the people that will value what you have. Hey, you can sell idea but people will just be on it. Why? Because of what you carry. So ask God to give you that grace, that the people that will value whatever you have to come to you. When I was launching the book, before the book launch, I was praying into the book. And one of the key prayer topic I was praying for was the people that will value the book should be there. I don't want anybody who on to book. I don't want those people. I want people that will value what I have. Rich men travels to their friends' children's birthday, 2 years people's birthday. Why did they go there? And yes, I'll go because of Akrano, sake of networking, the power of relationship. Do not joke with that. The easiest currency or the cheapest way to succeed in this world is relationship. My life has been blessed because of relationship. I know how to keep people, meeting me. You see, it's not everybody who will help you. Get that. There's one person. So even when you're coming for a networking event, talk to God. Who is that one person that I'm supposed to meet that will bless me? That is it. You can have plenty contact, almost universal. But you can have just one person, and that will be the end era of your life. So pray for that discernment. Even when you're coming for it, you're going for a networking event, you need to pray to God to direct you to one person that is ordained for you, and that will be the end of your suffering or whatever. People are doing great things, but they are not seen. Somebody is doing something that is so common, but everybody is on him. It's the grace. Ask God to give you that visibility. I'm going back to the Bible again. When Esther was going to meet the king, right? There were other women there. Esther was not the only virgin there, but there was something. Esther asked for the man, I forgot his name, to oil his face, the anointing. And when he went, they say Esther obtained kindness and favor in the sight of all that were there. That was the anointing. It makes the difference. It changes you. Hey, I'm not the only shoemaker girl. There are young women doing so well in shoemaking. But why? I've been on UCC TEDx stage. I've been speaking a lot. So like, God, how? Recently, I had an opportunity to speak like, hey, these people, chance, but see how God has done. It is not me. It is God. Everything that you see, I do. It is by the grace of God. It is one thing I want to say. If you can't do it all alone, try and collaborate. This country, we like CEO 2-man, and you need to collaborate. That's what the people, the outside world are doing so well. They do collaborate. Well, I realized that I couldn't do it all alone. I need people. Because I wasn't having the finance to pay you. So I had God directed me to certain people. I had people I had to work with. And so now I don't work alone. If I was working alone, I don't think that by now I'll be having 2 shops. We do a lot of things. It will not be. But God being so good, I may have the visibility for them and the skill. We have people who bring the plan, the strategy, and then the people who bring the good in finance at the same time. So please, if you think you cannot do it all alone, go with someone. Abraham and Lot is a perfect example. God never called Lot. He called Abraham. But if you read the Bible, you maybe think that God even called Lot, because Lot was blessed. Why? Because he followed Abraham. That's the power of association. You can be poor or rich based on the people that you are working with. That is life for you. The easiest way for you to succeed here is through relationship. There's no shortcut. I can guarantee you of that. There are people, if you ask me right now what my source of income, the first thing I'll tell you is that Anna or relationship. My job doesn't even pay me or what I do. It's people. So don't joke with people. Human beings are currency. The cheapest currency you will ever get is human beings. And so that's the cheapest currency you will ever get. So if you have some people sometimes have, you have some bosses that are very difficult. But if God said there are those who bless you, you need to adapt and get what you're looking for. I remember in school, secondary school, one lady, she was my friend. I think God brought her for a reason. I will help her academically, and she will give me, provisions. I hardly go to school with provisions. The day I went to school with provision was when I went to stay with the woman, help her, and she bought me Sarla, Gary, shit, and all that. So that day, they moved the pound. That's good that day, that season. But this lady was very helpful, and I knew it was God brought her that moment. And I helped her. And I remember sometimes we insult her, and then she would sit down and she would learn. And she did so well. And you in school, my team came in. And I was okay because what she was looking for when you're so she humbled herself to get what she's looking for. After school, but recently I saw her, and I was thinking, and God said, people come into our life for reasons, for a season. Nobody will stay in your life for a whole year, unless your parents don't come home free. So everybody comes into your life for a season. So when people leave your life, do not think, say, hey, no, sometimes they are made for a thing. So when I saw her, and I thank God, thank you. You knew why. Her season was done. She came for a reason, and now the season was over. She has to leave. So sometimes, maybe the season is over. You can't do anything about it. But some people, they will be there like God. You can't take God out of the equation. You can't take Allah from the equation. Whoever you are serving, you can't take them out. They are the head, the beginning, and the end. God is key. And I'm grateful for the relationship, because even you getting the contract is based on that person you know. You can have all the ideas, all the nice products, but if you don't have somebody to say, this is my boy, this is my girl, it will be very, 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 very difficult. One of my biggest contracts I got, it was through LinkedIn. The person just saw my post and said, hello girl, let's connect. That was now I went to the person's DM, Papa, hello boss, my bow. Hey, I'm looking for a contract for my company. Okay, I'm the head of this school, a very big academy in Ghana, and I just like what you're doing. and I want to give you this contract, produce shoes for us. That year, that was our biggest contract. And I was thinking that would just be the end. I said, God, it shouldn't be the end. There should be something that will continue. I don't want hiccup in my life. I want something that will last for long. And every year, this year, I went to their school academy to go and talk to them. And when the man called me, he said, do you know why I like you? And why I give you the contract is because of a man. And he mentioned the man's name. The man, I don't know the man. I only listens to me when I'm there. He said, I like you because of that man, because I think you preach, or you preach, you talk or you do things like him. And I don't know this man, but I had this big contract because he saw me projecting God or doing something on a platform where nobody would do that. Not because of the shoemaking, but because of the God factor. So let me give this girl a contract. And that has been it. Sometimes you only know the strategy God has given you. It is to be joining a business and now we say, hey, I'm quite there, please don't do it. But if you think, say, like Lot and Abraham on. Abraham was the one God called. Leave your father's house and leave. He had the mandate, he had the strategy. So you might be here, you might be Abraham, you have the mandate, the strategy. You might not do it all alone, you will need someone, you need a lot. You will need a lot. I always say I'm the lot of my company people because those with the money and all that, they are there, me, I don't have the money plenty. So I'm their lot. And you can be blessed by just being lot. Being partnering will bless you. If I didn't partner, I don't think I'll have 2 shops. We do a lot of things, shipping and all that. And when I need anything, I don't struggle. Because Edna, if you do Edna well, Edna will bring the opportunities to us. And please be valuable, to add value to yourself. Nobody will like liability. Add value to yourself. Say a product, no, and then when you say, now let me add it up to something to way to make it nice. So we wanted to change our packaging bags. And why don't we do tote bags to put our things inside? So that at least anybody to bargaining or to should carry or to into bargaining or bet me there any shopping, lady bet me a shopping bag. And that was it. We did the bags and later was like, we can even sell these tote bags because it looks so nice. And that's another idea there, opportunity there. We'll grab it and we'll do video of it and just say, okay, we are selling tote bags as well. Sustainability. So please, I can't talk plenty, but please know that you're in a digital transformation era. Tell your story well. You know your story, own it up and tell it well. The power of association. Be mindful of the people you work with. They can make you or they can also not make you. And then again, I mean, networking is really big deal, but people say it's even overrated. Yeah, sometimes I agree. But you should know what you're looking for when you come for these networking events. It helps. It really helps. And please, don't take God from the equation. And one thing I always tell God is that my dad never gave me anything. He didn't give me house, car, education, no. He gave me God. I mean, that was it. I mean, I'm okay with that. When you have God, and you go to Him with your plans, He will fund all for you. So please and please, this is my journey. So the Edna Frimpong, the shoemaker girl from Kaneshima Tayako, and there's something I want to talk about before I go. There's something called mindset. Okay, or single room where that would gary, but in your mind, no, what is self-contained, jacuzzi, that's the mind, that's how the mind works. Don't joke with your mind. Anything that is built physically has already been built here. If you don't build a thing here, it will never materialize. So if you see yourself to be a failure, you'll always be a failure. Who say you're a big woman or you're a big woman? I've seen people and they're looking, they're rich. Are you from a rich home? I said, no. They look like people from a rich home. They're so very good, composeful. But you ask them and they're, no, I'm a crowd to brodo. So how? So that's the mindset. So please, mindset is very powerful and it's key. Even in terms of riches, you can never prosper without having it here. Please guide your mind. What enters your mind? They enter our mind, they say, pa. No. Yeah, you don't get it. Easy with it. So have something in your mind. So let me give this typical example. During the book launch, before the book launch, I remember I was like, hey, what would I get the people to come? And before the book launch, somebody would call, oh, Edna, I can't make it. Hey, let me ship it. Hey, will I get the people? And then my friend told me something. Anytime someone called and said they won't come, see that program, no, why am I? And I be more APP. So no, nipa na say I want me man, but sorry, NOB, it's not the so that's how I imagine it. So even on that day, a minute to the program, someone called her. She's sick. I was okay, thank God. You're on my talk. And I said, okay, somebody has moved up in the hall and somebody's entering. By the grace of God, the place was full. Someone was standing. That was it. That was it. That was it. It wasn't magic. I told you I don't come from any family with any name. I mean, wow. If you just say but it's the grace of God that has brought us this far. And I have this mindset. I have it locally schooled, globally minded. I may be a shoemaker, but my mind is global. That's why I'm on TEDx stage. And I'm thinking of going beyond TEDx, thinking of federal education to get my master's and do PhD. I want to go global. So you can be selling bread, selling sugar, but the mindset is global because now tech has made the world simple for us and very circled. So you can be in your one room and you are selling. I've been in my one room and I've been selling, shipping my book to across UK and US, all because of my mindset. Technology is making it available for me to do that. So please and please, this is a little I can share. But please, make sure you don't joke with people. The cheapest currency on earth is relationship. Fight everything. If there's one man, that woman who can help you, a difficult time, you know what you're looking for. Pray to God to give you the grace, the discernment, and to fight for it and get what you're looking for. But I thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm here to also have fun, learn from other entrepreneurs. Thank you.